If you don't know already, I have been trying to get a personal loan for a while now. I have a couple of videos on my YouTube channel applying for a Navy Federal personal loan and being denied for a $500 and $2,000 loan amount. Unfortunately, I kept getting denial after denial, even though I have a substantial relationship with Navy Federal, an excellent credit score, and good income. But that kind of led me into the rabbit hole of looking into other options and seeing what banks or credit unions could offer me a higher chance of approval for a personal loan. I looked at PenFed's personal loan pre-approval, but unfortunately I didn't get any offers. I looked at a couple of other options, but I just wasn't getting anywhere. And you know, once you have a personal loan on your credit, you're set up for success. It's like a stamp of approval that shows lenders that you're a responsible borrower. In fact, having a personal loan on your credit can increase your chances of getting approved for other personal loans in the future. But getting approved for a personal loan is really no joke. These banks and credit unions are very strict with their requirements, and it's kind of a hassle to really get your approval. So getting approved for a personal loan is really no joke. It's a really big thing. When you apply for a personal loan, you're asking a bank or credit union to trust you with an unsecured line of credit. This means the bank is giving you cash without any collateral. They're not holding onto your car, your house, or anything else as security in case you default. This is money that they're lending you, and they're saying, hey, I'm going to give you this money. I'm going to deposit this cash into your bank account because we can trust you and we know you will pay us back. But as I was in the search of applying for a personal loan, I received an email out of the blue from Citi Bank stating, and now as a Value Card member, we're pleased to inform you that you are pre-selected to apply for a Citi personal loan, which you can use to consolidate higher interest rate debt, cover unexpected expenses, or fund home repairs. Now, I was a little skeptical for a couple of reasons, one being that the email said pre-selected and not pre-approved, which was already a red flag for me because I didn't want to risk a hard inquiry. Pre-selected usually means you meet the general criteria for approval, but you are not guaranteed. So I was thinking this is just, a marketing scheme. There's really nothing to it. But Citibank was like, here's $20,000 if you want to apply. So I slept on it for a few days and I really didn't pay any attention to it. It slipped my mind and I completely forgot about it. I thought it was a marketing scheme. There's really nothing to this. I thought it was like an auto-generated email that they just sent out to a bunch of people. But then I started to look at it a little bit closer. So what was kind of weird to me was I just finished paying off my Citi Custom Cash credit card. The introductory on this is 0% for 15 months. And I'm just about coming close to that 15-month mark. So I just wanted to pay it off and not have to worry about it. But I paid it off last month and now they're saying here's $20,000. But I really thought that there was no way that Citi would approve me. They're a bank, so they're a little bit more restrictive on who they approve. And the experience I had with Navy Federal wasn't the best, considering that I had an excellent credit score, a good relationship with Navy Federal, and they still denied me. So in my mind, I was just thinking I'm not going to get approved for this Citibank personal loan. And there are many of you guys also in the same boat. You've applied for a personal loan and just can't seem to get approved. But after a few days after I received that email from Citi to apply, I logged into my Citibank mobile app and I noticed that there was a link that said recommended for you. And then it said apply for a Citi personal loan. So at this point, I'm like, all right, let's see what this loan is all about. And I'm just going to go ahead and apply for it. So in this video, I will review Citibank's personal loan, my experience, and why this loan may be perfect for you. Citi's personal loan is a great way to borrow cash quickly and easily. You can borrow starting at $2,000 all the way up to $30,000 at a fixed interest rate of 9.49 to 20.49%. Plus, if you sign up for automatic payments, you can save an extra 0.5% on your interest. Now, the interest rate on this loan is about 2% higher than most credit unions offer, but that's a given considering Citi is a bank and not a credit union. so a higher interest rate is expected. The interest rate I was approved for was 14.99%, which is much lower than what I've seen people getting approved for with other credit unions. The application process is fast and easy, and you'll know if you're approved in less than a minute. Once approved, you can get your funds the same day to your Citi account, or within 2 days if you have a non-Citi account and use direct deposit. If you don't wish to go to the direct deposit route, you can receive a check in approximately 5 business days. Because I had a non-Citi bank account, the funds did appear in my bank account within 2 business days. So I really had no problem when it came to receiving my funding. You can choose to repay the loan over 12, 24, 36, 48, or 60 months, giving you predictable monthly payments that fit your budget. And if you sign up for auto deduct, you may be eligible for a lower rate. To qualify for a Citi personal loan, you must have had an eligible Citi account open for at least 12 months. In my case, since I had a Citi credit card for 1 year and 1 month, that satisfied that requirement. You need an annual income of at least $10,500 and meet Citi's creditworthiness criteria. I've seen people get denied for a personal loan from other banks and credit unions because they didn't make enough income. So considering that all you need is an annual income of $10,500 is really enticing and very competitive. Pretty much everyone is eligible. And although the terms of Citi's creditworthiness criteria aren't clear, enough data points show that having a 680 credit score is the minimum to receive approval. So I don't know if Citibank is changing its approval process, because in the past, Citibank always requested income verification when it came to applying for their personal loans. There are a lot of data points showing that when you apply for a personal loan with Citi, they will either ask for your tax return or a 1099 form to verify your income. Well, in my case, I was instantly approved. As soon as I hit submit, it took about 30 seconds and no further documentation was needed. I didn't have to submit any proof of income, any documentation, anything like that. All I needed to do was link my bank account so the funds could be deposited, and that was it. It's likely because of the relationship I built with the Citi Custom Cash card. This card kind of allowed me to receive approval and not have to provide any proof of income. Citibank only pulled Equifax, but I'm here in Florida, so they could pull a different bureau depending on your location. I also didn't know my credit score before applying, but my Experian credit score was 760. So my Equifax credit score, give or take, was probably in the same range. At the time of my application, I had one of my credit cards reporting a 62% utilization because I'm maximizing on that 0% APR. But apparently Citi didn't care about that and they still approved me. My payment history is 100%. My overall utilization is 12%. I have 0 derogatory marks. My average age of accounts was 2 years and 2 months, 13 total accounts, and 6 hard inquiries. I'd also like to mention that Citibank doesn't do debt consolidation loans. If you are applying for this loan to help consolidate some higher interest rate debt, your application will be run through as a personal loan, and you will just use those funds to pay off that debt. Well, I hope this video here really encouraged you all to apply for Citi's personal loan if you have a relationship with them. And if you don't have a relationship, hopefully this encouraged you to, consider building that relationship. Consider applying for one of their credit cards so that you too can apply for one of their personal loans. But if you haven't already, smash that like button, subscribe if you are new here, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Peace.